The Vedas are regarded as the literature immortal. The word Veda originates from the root Vid, which means to know. The Veda scriptures are considered to be the divine knowledge perceived by the ancient sages, rishis, regarded as the great truths and passed on by word of mouth from one generation to another. These scriptures attain supreme authority, which remains unchanged even today. Subtle modifications and transitions, however, soon became acceptable in Hindu tradition. Although there is evidence of significant religious activity in the prehistoric period of the Saraswati Sindhu civilization, it would be correct to say that the real foundation of Hinduism was laid in the Vedic era. As such, Hinduism is also known as a Vedic religion. Most authorities believe that the first of these Vedas, the Rig Veda, was revealed around 1500 BCE. It is also considered the earliest scripture in human history. It is, however, believed that these Psalms of wisdom were disclosed much earlier, over many centuries, memorized and orally conveyed from generation to generation within priestly families, then finally written down in the Vedic Sanskrit language Brahmi. This would afterwards develop into the classic Sanskrit in the earlier part of the first millennium. As previously mentioned, one single individual did not create the Vedas. A series of learned sages, the rishis, sat on the river banks, the mountain tops, and in the forest for extended periods of time. Thus, Hinduism was established by many an enlightened soul spread across millennia. Rishis performed austerities, contemplated and meditated, seeking solutions for the eternal problems of mankind. They would establish a spiritual union with the divine and be inspired with the revelations from their inner selves. These inspired thoughts and ideas were then passed on from father to son or from teacher to pupil as Shrutis, the revelations. After ancient rishis worshipped gods of nature in the Vedic era, sun or Surya is the pivotal god. Hindu sages recognize the vital significance of solar energy in man's life. A most auspicious prayer, the Gayatri Mantra, also known as the Savitri Mantra, has been consecrated to Savitra, the sun god. Savitra, according to the scriptures, refers to the sun before the dawn, while Surya is the name to use when the sun is manifest. The word mantra has been adopted by the Western society, is derived from man, which is mind, and tra, that is purity. Mantras are energy-based sounds. Saying any word with a deep sense of commitment produces an actual physical vibration. Similar mantras were created for other nature gods like wind, fire, rain, etc. All mantras have meaning. Each syllable and word has a reason for being there. When produced correctly and with honest intent, the mantra comes alive. Repeating a mantra makes a groove in the mind of the person speaking it till it is absorbed in the behavior and manner of everyday living. In the opinion of the learned Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the Vedic words are the words of the transcendental field. They are not limited to space and time. Each Veda is divided into two parts, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda deals with the ritual of reciting the mantra in a specified manner and intonation. Jnana Kanda deals with the spiritual knowledge contained in the mantra. Vedas contain many hymns of peace, Shanti mantras, and are universal in nature. For example, may our prosperity, prayers and wishes, elevated intellect and riches be auspicious to us. May our truthful speech based on noblest intentions bring us welfare. May those that are entrusted with the task of dispensing justice be men of wide fame and prove auspicious to us, and may the prayerful hymns of saintly person give us peace. Even today, more than 5,000 years after the origin of the Vedas, a Hindu simply cannot visualize a good life without the observance of the Vedic principles. When a child is born, when he is later baptized with thread ceremony, when he is married, and finally when he dies, there always will be Vedic ceremonies. Whether it is a new business, sickness in the family, or a religious festival, Hindus always look toward their religious priest to guide them, bless them, and give them eternal support. The average Hindu youth today perhaps does not have a proper concept of the Vedas. Some might even think that the Vedas are outdated and irrelevant. This is not true. In fact, the Vedas have stood the test of time most admirably. Vedas have indeed come to stay, not only in the Hindu society, but also in the rest of the world as part of the common spiritual heritage of mankind. For a religion that prides itself as evolutionary and not, it is however fitting that some changes and modifications may become necessary when the situation demands. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahans, an apostle of Hinduism and a modern messiah, has clearly stated that in Vedas the sand is often mixed with the dough. We should chew with care, discarding the sand.